Well, hello, welcome to Birmingham. We are now just hours away from the big fight. Liam Davies, Shabaz Masoud, two unbeaten Brits who cannot stand the sight of each other, finally will collide on Saturday night, tomorrow night on TNT Sports. And I'm delighted to have with me a man who had a bit of a rumble in Riyadh recently, which turned into a bit of a royal rumble in Riyadh. Mr. Liam Cameron, how are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Very good. You're a bit of a superstar now. I keep seeing little things pop up all the time. You're a bit of a boy.
I know, I'm not used to it. I'm more nervous for this than I were for the fight, so I'm struggling a bit here, but we get on with it.
Life must have changed, though. It feels like, even I'm just following you around today, everyone wants to shake hands with you, everyone wants to say hello to you. That kind of always been the case, Liam?
Not really. I don't really go out of the house, to be fair. Gym, might be odd food occasion, but I'm quite a simple man. This is all new to me, all this. So like I said, it is hard getting used to it, but I'm sure I'll get used to it.
I think you will. I think you're going to have to get used to it. Anyway, you're in Birmingham, right? What brings you to Birmingham? What are you doing here, Liam?
I'm looking for a certain man. I've come to East Midlands. Does anyone know who it is? Oh, I've dropped it. It's either that way or that way over at Ropes.
I think you had well, that was a picture there of a Ben Whittaker. I've been following your memes. I've been following your videos that have gone out. You're hunting him down. Where is he, Liam?
It's not my style, but because he's done it to so many people and given me so much rubbish before the fight, I thought it's payback time, and it's nice to get him back.
What are your, as you think about it now, what are your reflections of that fight? It's a fight that certainly raised your profile, that caused a lot of controversy. Ben Whittaker was a bit of a star boy heading into it, and you really made a name for yourself. How do you look back on it?
I just look back, nothing was predicted. I've just gone into this game to get back to boxing. I couldn't have done any better. I've got the big man Frank Warren backing me now, and I'm looking for him as well wherever he is.
Yeah, I'm sure you haven't actually met Frank.
I've never met
yet,
him. I shook his hand at press conference and I said, listen, I've watched you since I've been a kid, and I couldn't wait to shake the man's hand.
Look, and I'm sure he's looking forward to seeing you when he sees you this week. You're a new Queensberry signing. Everything's changed since that. Yeah, it feels like a win. I know it was a draw, but it feels like a win over Ben Whittaker.
It was definitely a win, though. I've watched the fight back 50 times. Yeah. There's no way he could get a draw, but we move on, don't we?
We do move on, but I do want you to, because I don't think we've talked about it. I know you've done a few interviews. But take me through that moment in the fight where you went over the top rope. What was going through your mind? Did it hurt? Do you think he was hurt? What happened?
So what happened is I'm punching his head in, to be fair, hitting him with good body shots. And as I threw a left hook to the liver, he like squealed a bit and he grabbed me. And as he were running back, he went like that with his head. All of a sudden I'm flipping over, I've landed on my head. And before I know it, Grant's running around saying, "Get up, Liam, get up." But the security were holding me down, so my legs are wrapped round all over. It's like that game Twister. But I've got up, ready to fight. He's down there shaking his head no to ref. I'm like, did you get a draw? I was gutted.
Do you think he was hurt?
Not really. Not. You've got Big Fraser Claw, bless him. What a true warrior. I had a big hole there, and he was getting up to continue the fight. He didn't get wheeled out in a wheelchair.
So what now then for Liam Cameron? Because that's great. That showing the picture and everything, that's brilliant. And I guess you want the rematch, right? There's unfinished business there. Is that what's on your mind?
Whether it's rematch, anyone. I don't really call names out, so it's not my kind of style. But they're all gunning for me, aren't they?
You've got a bit of a target on your back now.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Do you expect a rematch with Ben Whittaker to happen?
Yeah, he's not going to... Let's say from now till 6 months, rematch's going to happen. How good is he going to get? He's been with Emmanuel Stewart. He's been with the best trainers at GB. He's sparred all these Cubans. He's fought the Cubans. If he's not improved now at 27, 28-year-old, if anyone, I'm going to improve because I've only been back a year boxing.
What is it about you your style and what you presented on that night in Riyadh that was so difficult for him?
Do you know what it were? I used to be so scared of losing, and now I'm a fearless man. I go in there and I'm not bothered if I get cracked, if I go down, if I get cut. All these things used to bother me as a kid, and I've just grown out of them. I'm just ready to go in there and give it everything. All I can do is my best, win, lose or draw. And if I know I've done my best, that's all I can do.
I think I know people are really taking to you. They're taking to the story of Liam Cameron. It's amazing because there were times where you were in absolute despair, Liam. You were, we did
I'm
that
laughing
interview.
now, but
Look
I shouldn't be.
No, but it's amazing. Credit to you for where you have come to. Can you quite believe it?
Do you know what people keep on saying to me? You've had a bad life, this, that, and they I don't mean to be disrespectful, keep going on about it, but to me, it's just natural to me because it's been my life, so I've lived it. So it's like no different to me. Whether it's hard to other people, I don't know. It's just what I've had to get through, and I've got through it.
You certainly have, and I understand you've spent all of your Riyadh money on fibre optic broadband, so that's changed everything then, Liam,
Yeah.
right?
Brilliant. Rubber Dinghy Rapids now, it's very good. Buzzing. Had a few chocolate cakes, bought a few fishing baits, and that's it really. People asking what you spent your money on. I'm not a spender, honestly. I've got credit what you pay for on your phone, 20 quid a month, gift gaff, and I'm buzzing.
Well, listen, congratulations on the credit, and you deserve credit in general, Liam. Let's talk a little bit about this show. I think there's various points of interest for yourself. I think the main event is just, give me your thoughts on that. It's just two unbeaten Brits who don't like each other. That's just a cracking fight between Davies and Masoud.
They're both sparred in our gym. One's the young, I think the up-and-coming guy what's had the least experience, but he's skillful. And you've got the hard man, haven't you, Liam Davies, what can really punch. And he's got his backup in this one. So I think it's going to be a great fight, mate.
There's needle as well. Now, and you tell me, does that help you in a fight? If someone, and you've had it quite recently, where someone's saying things to you that maybe you don't like, there's been a little bit of back and forth between these guys and between the teams and the camps. Does that help on fight night?
With me, I weren't getting it back, I was just taking it. But if you gain it back, you're playing down to their level. So I'm the one what thinks, right, let them keep talking. They're building up this pressure. I don't like pressure on me to fight sometimes. I like as least bit of pressure. So they're going to feel in that change room. They've got to go home to the friends and explain why they lost. Mm-hmm. It's not good. I've been there before doing it.
Yeah, I'd imagine that's a terrible feeling. And they're both unbeaten, so someone's has got to go on Saturday night. Tell me about Ezra Taylor, a man in your weight division. Doesn't appear to be much hostility between you. I saw you, have a little handshake and a hug earlier.
Just shook his hand. He's a good fighter. He's quite tall, and he's a lot taller than me. Listen, I'm here to support him, not to call him out. If the fight happens, it happens. We get down to business. But he's had 10 fights. Is it 10 fights?
This is his 10th fight.
The thing is with Ezra, I'd like to see him get a few 10-rounders behind his back. He wants it now, don't he? And he's eager for it. But if I were advising him, not that he's going to take my advice, I'd be like, get a few more fights down you.
So is your advice to Ezra Taylor to not fight Liam Cameron anytime soon?
Yeah, don't fight me. Leave me alone. let me have my rematch.
And interestingly, on Ezra, if that fight ever does happen, hopefully it does, both in the same stable now, congratulations again, that would be a fight between Cannonball and Cannon. Yeah. When does that happen?
That's how I knew about Ezra Taylor, because I got heard about the Cannon, I thought, he's copied my name in. So I'm looking for him on Instagram, I've seen him, the Cannon, and I read one of his stories, what he was saying about money and stuff, and people don't realise boxing. They think, we're loaded, we're millionaires, when it's not true.
Well, there's another Cameron on the show. Chantelle Cameron, a gym mate of yours, a friend of yours, I guess, returns. It's a good fight for her on Saturday, right?
Yes, it's a Cameron thing, isn't it? She kind of I don't know if I box like her or she boxes a bit like me. We like to get stuck in and we're good at body. Chantelle's very strong, honestly. I love to watch her sparring and stuff. And yeah, we're rooting for her.
How has she settled in to the gym? Because this is only her second fight now with Grant Smith. On her Queensberry debut, everything was so sudden, so new promoter, new team, new everything. It feels like she's in a better place mentally heading into this.
Yeah, she's doing well. They've gelled straight away, to be fair. Her sparring's gone good. And she's doing all the strength and conditioning. And I'm a fan of hers, you know what I mean? So it's great to have her in the gym.
It must be good to have someone like that in the gym. She is literally the only fighter who's beaten Katie Taylor as a pro, former undisputed champion. I guess sort of someone for everyone to look up to in the gym.
And I don't mean to be disrespectful, she fights like a man. She fights like a man. Listen, she can fight, and I love that style about her. She's great to watch, and if they do fight in rematch, with Grant's guidance as well, she'll get to this Katie Taylor.
Well, look, it's what she wants. I think it's what the fans want as well. Obviously, Katie Taylor's got business at hand with Amanda Serrano. You've got Michael Ahmed.
Mikhail Ahmed,
yes. Mikhail Ahmed. It's his second fight. He's in your gym as well. From what I can see, from what I've heard, he can punch a bit.
Yeah, he can punch. Actually, it took him to do his weight cut the last show he fought and do a bit less media about me then. But I helped him, and he's a good guy. He works hard. And he wants it, he's hungry. Honestly, he can punch. His last opponent didn't really get stopped, and he had him out there.
Yeah, what's he like as a person? We haven't done an awful lot of media with him yet. He's only had one fight. What's he like around the gym?
Well, when I were in his room, all he does is watch boxing.
Right.
Floyd Mayweather, he loves Floyd Mayweather. He's just a quiet guy, humble guy. Just does his training and goes home, and it's great to see.
Well, Mikhail Ahmed will be on the Queensberry stream tomorrow. We'll be live from 5:30. Of course, TNT Sports from 7 o'clock. A little bit more on yourself. So, obviously, there's the whole Ben Whittaker rematch. Be great if that happens. We don't know when Ben Whittaker's back. You've shown the picture. We don't know where he is either. But away from Ben Whittaker, Louis Edmondson has just become British and Commonwealth champion in your weight division. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, he actually called me out before his fight. He went, Liam Cameron, we'll have you after. I've just been speaking to his manager. He's a top guy, do you know what I mean? If the fight presents itself, I'm not going to say no. So it's up to them. If they want that fight, they can have it. But I'm not going to say no to the fight, and I'm not going to call anyone out.
Did he call you out? Are you saying he mentioned you or called you out? Was that before he became champion or after?
Before. He knew we were going to win the title, but looks for it. And that's good, it's confident. I think he's only had 10 fights. So for him to be British and Commonwealth champion, you've got to take your hat off to him, because that's some doing.
Yeah, it's such a good weight division, and it's just like things are happening all the time. Louis Edmondson, that was an upset, him beating Dan Aziz. It's not, look, he always backed himself to win that. I know Louis is a very, very confident kid, but it was an upset. What happened against Ben Whittaker, that was a bit of an upset in there. I know amongst boxing circles it probably wasn't.
It was an upset because Sky's built him up massively. Like I keep saying this Phil Mitchell story, I said it to you before. On telly we see him as an hard man. But in reality he's probably not. He's probably never had a fight in his life. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
Well, I'm certainly not looking for a tear-up with Steve McFadden, who of course plays Phil Mitchell. I think we're going to head over now to our MC to begin the weigh-in process. Let's head over to Thomas Treiber.
People, we was going to limit this just to the boxer and the trainer only, because we don't want too much hollering and shouting like happened at the presser yesterday. So today, can we just all try and behave a little bit better? We're all right with the atmosphere, but don't go over the top, okay? Is everyone all right with that? Thank you. Dan, we're ready to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the official weigh-in for a great night of World Championship Boxing tomorrow from BP Pulse Live in Birmingham, England. It is all being brought to you by Frank Warren on behalf of Queensberry Promotions in association with Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing, along with their great sponsors, Riyadh Season, 32 Red, and Unibet. Tickets can be purchased through AXS.com and Ticketmaster. This event will be shown live in the UK beginning at 7 p.m. on TNT Sports. Let's now get the weigh-in process started. Our first two fighters competing tomorrow in a 4-round international flyweight contest. First, we will welcome to the scale, coming to us from Buenaventura, Colombia. He is a veteran of 38 professional bouts. Let's welcome Eithan James.
Well, here comes Eithan James, fight number 39 for the 23-year-old Colombian. When are you going to get that haircut, Liam? It's quite something.
Do you know what it is? I'm thinning on top, and on this screen you can see it, so I'm gutted to watch this fight, but the interview back. But yeah, he's a young, hungry fighter. I think he's had 5 wins, has he?
Eithan James, I mean, Mikhail, this is who's going to be taking on your man, Mikhail Ahmed. Eithan James is a rough, tough, kind of veteran fighter. Even though he's 23 years old, this is fight number 39.
He looks in great shape.
He's in brilliant shape.
I mean? He does. He's ripped. He's ready. But can he angle our man with the power?
Well, that's just it. He's a bit of a handful. Let's see how he looks on the scales.
117.5 for Eithan James.
Quite big for the weight.
Now we will welcome to the scale from Sheffield, England, undefeated with 1 victory. Here is Mikhail Ahmed.
Well, here comes Mikhail Ahmed. Very, very impressive professional debut back in August in York Hall. Got a knockout over a man who doesn't really get knocked out. Let's have a look at him.
Sorry? 118.8 for Mikhail Ahmed.
When you look at the body and you see the thinness, he can really punch this guy. I know I keep saying it. He's got crazy power.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a reputation, Mikhail Ahmed, of having a punch. The man that he stopped at York Hall was Stephen Jackson, who'd only been stopped a handful of times in 55 fights, including taking Andrew Kane the distance. So I believe it.
I was in the corner and all that night, passing out. That were like my second one, so gave me a good experience.
What is it about Mikhail that's special then? Obviously we talk about this power, we've seen it in the one fight. What else can you tell us?
His timing, how he draws him onto a punch, he's got a good shot selection. He don't throw many, but when he throws he's very accurate and he don't waste punches. And I thought Mikhail was quite tall.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 4-round international flyweight contest.
It will be 4 rounds tomorrow. Mikhail Ahmed and Eithan James. Casado is a rough and tough character. He can make it a bit awkward in there. It can get a little bit rough. He's had points taken off in the past. Mikhail Ahmed, very much the man with the punch. Fight number 2 for him. That will be on the Queensberry stream tomorrow.
Our next 2 fighters to the scale competing tomorrow in a scheduled 4-round international middleweight contest. Let's first welcome, coming to us from Utes, France. He brings a record of 4 wins, 12 defeats, with 1 win coming by way of knockout. Let's welcome Remy Cholet.
Well, here comes Remy Cholet, fight number 17 for the 36-year-old Frenchman. And if you recognise him, you may recognise him from 3 fights ago at York Hall. He took on Jack Oliphant in his Queensberry debut and actually stopped Jack Oliphant, ruining his night. And he's taking on Owen Lavin here in his 2nd fight for Queensberry, 3rd fight for Queensberry. But it could be an upset on the cards there. He's not an easy fight at all.
Yeah, he only had 3 fights as well, this kid, this up-and-coming lad.
Owen Lavin, yeah.
And how many the other one had?
It's fight number 17.
So he knows it.
159.7 for Remy Cholet.
Doesn't look quite ripped though, but bodies don't matter, does it?
Now we will welcome to the scale from Mayo, Ireland, undefeated with 2 victories. Here is Owen Lavin.
Well, this is fight number 3 for the 21-year-old Irishman, Owen Lavin.
161.8 for Owen Lavin.
Very talented amateur, 9-time national champion, European Championship silver medalist, managed by 258, trained by Anthony Croller, promoted by Frank Warren. It's quite the mix, Lynn.
Yeah, he's got the amateur pedigree, and that's what it's about. They're not stupid. They're putting him in with this guy, so they know he's going to do a number on him. And yeah, looking forward for this fight.
This Remy Scholler, he has got an upset in him, as I mentioned. Jack Oliphant a couple of fights ago at York Hall, he got stopped by Remy Scholler, so Owen Lavin will need to be on point.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 4-round international middleweight contest.
Well, this will be 4 rounds in the middleweight division tomorrow evening. There is Remy Scholler on your screens. And he takes on Owen Lavin, fight number 3 for the 21-year-old. It's a fairly intense stare down, but it has all gone nicely.
Our next 2 fighters to the scale competing tomorrow in a scheduled 4-round heavyweight contest. Let's first welcome from Nottingham, England. His professional record, 3 wins, 9 defeats, and 1 draw. Here is Lamar Griggs.
Well, here comes Lamar Griggs. He'll be taking on Lewis Williams tomorrow evening. Lewis Williams, of course, it's his professional debut, Commonwealth Games gold medalist.
Yeah. This guy who's just getting weighed in now, he looks quite small and stocky, don't he? He's going to have to come over the top with this guy, because look at the size of the other kid he's fighting. Massive.
Yeah, Lewis Williams is 6'6", so I'd imagine he will tower over.
Did he used to fight at cruiserweight as well, or is he an amateur? Wow.
247.9 for Lamar Griggs. And now we will welcome to the scale from Leamington Spa, England. He had a stellar amateur career, becoming a 2022 Commonwealth Games gold medalist, and tomorrow making his professional boxing debut. Here is Lewis Williams.
That is the Commonwealth Games gold medalist from 2022. He won it in Birmingham.
225.6 for Lewis Williams.
Professional debut comes at heavyweight 225. There's around 20-pound weight difference between the 2 fighters here. He will be, I guess, building into his heavyweight frame, Lewis Williams.
Yeah, it looks ripped. It looks ripped, to be fair. Like, he's only young, and I've heard an interview, they're going to break him into weight. So yeah, I'll put loads of size on as he goes on.
Well, he's 6'6". There's plenty of place to put that size on.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 4-round heavyweight contest.
Well, there is quite the size disparity here. As you rightly pointed out, Liam, you wouldn't like a whack off of Lewis Williams.
Definitely wouldn't. Not with them biceps.
But Lamar Griggs may well be getting some whacks off Lewis Williams. It's the professional debut of the Commonwealth Games gold medalist tomorrow evening, live on TNT Sports. The man from Leamington Spa finally makes his pro debut.
Our next 2 fighters to the scale, competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round contest. It is a eliminator for the English Welterweight Championship. Let's first welcome to the scale from Wolverhampton, West Midlands, England, undefeated with 11 wins, 1 win coming by way of knockout. He is the current Midlands area champion, Jermaine, the Kundalini King, Osborne Edwards.
Well, here comes the Kundalini King. And Liam, we had a bit of a chat with Jermaine earlier. Quite the story, quite the man.
Yeah, we're telling us the story, weren't it? Quite sad, to be fair. I wish him all the best. He's got to take that pain into the ring with him and come out of there strong. He's determined, honestly, when I was speaking to him. It's one to watch out for.
$146.4 for Jermaine, the Kundalini King, Osborne Edwards. Now we will welcome to the scale from Northamptonshire, England. His professional record, 12 wins, 1 defeat, 1 win by knockout. He is the former WBO European champion, Eithan James.
Well, here is Eithan James, former WBO European champion. Let's see how he looks.
146.6 for Eithan James.
Both fighters make weight. This is a final eliminator for the English welterweight title. Any takeaways from what you've seen on the stage then?
I don't know, from listening to that guy's story. It's going to be an hard man to beat, honestly.
Jermaine Osborne Edwards is a hard man to beat because nobody has beat him yet. He is unbeaten so far in his career. 11 years senior than Eithan James. Eithan James, 24 years old.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round contest. It is a eliminator for the English Welterweight Championship.
Well, this should be interesting. There is an energy about the Kundalini King, Jermaine Osborne Edwards there, but Eithan James not backing down. Plenty of verbals up there.
He's ready to go now, isn't he? I told you, you can't get in this man's way.
But there is a fire in the eyes of Eithan James as well, though, absolutely. Eithan James can't afford to lose this fight. He is bouncing back from the first defeat of his career. But Jermaine Osborne Edwards is not the kind of guy that
you don't want to look away.
No, you don't want to be bouncing back against someone like that, someone rough, tough, ready to fight. And they are still looking at each other. They have not broken the stare until security have done so. I like a bit of that, Liam.
It's great, isn't it, honestly? I love it. I'm laughing. Yeah,
Our next two fighters to the scale competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round contest. It will be for the WBO European Welterweight Championship. Let's first welcome the challenger from Northampton, England. Undefeated with 10 wins, 3 of his 10 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the current Midlands area champion, Ben the Bomber Vaughan.
So here is the unbeaten Ben the Bomber Vaughan, just doing his laces here, just untying. It's a step up for him in terms of stage. This is his first fight on TNT Sports, and you know, he's been on the smaller hall shows. It's time to break out potentially.
You must see something in him to be putting him in with the engine. Do you know what I mean? I've been watching Engine for the years, and you must see something we don't. I ain't really watched this guy, so is he any good?
Well, he's a largely unknown quantity. Is he any good? We're going to find out tomorrow.
146.6 for the undefeated Ben the Bomber Vaughan. Now to the scale, we welcome the defending champion from Nottingham, England. His professional record, 20 wins, just 1 defeat. 8 of his 20 wins coming by way of knockout. Let's welcome the reigning and defending WBO European Welterweight champion, Ekow the Engine Essuman.
Well, just look at the shape of Ekow Essuman. It's everything we expect from him. Looks absolutely pristine and ready to go.
146.6 for the defending champion, Ekow the Engine Essuman.
He's been here before and he's seen it all. He looks quite relaxed. In his mind, it's just going to be another day in office, isn't it? But we'll see.
Well, this is the second fight in a row now where he's up against a young buck coming through who wants to take his spot, add his name to his resume, and then move forward. That young buck last time was Owen Cooper, and it was a cracking fight that they had in July. The engine was dropped in that fight and then later came on to actually stop Owen Cooper in the final round. One of the fights of the year. I encourage you all to check that out. And now we've got Ben Vaughan here, who's coming in unbeaten. He's just knocked out 2 people in the first round. Plenty of ambition.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these 2 competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round contest for the WBO European Welterweight Championship.
He's not just got an engine, he's got an art as well for getting up and winning. That's what it's about, boxing.
He absolutely has. Any questions about the engine's heart have certainly been removed. But we're going to find out about Ben Vaughan tomorrow. Ekow Essuman is speaking to him, letting him know, is it his time? Is it not his time? Ekow Essuman believes all these guys are trying to take his place, and he's made his message very clear.
Are you any good at lip reading?
Not at all. But hopefully the Queensberry media team have picked up a bit of audio there. But plenty has been said. Ekow Essuman, as you say, Liam, he's seen it all before. Yeah, he's been here. He's done it. First time for Ben Vaughan. Let's see how this one goes.
Our next 2 fighters to the scale, competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round international light heavyweight contest. Let's first welcome, coming to us from Riga, Latvia. He brings a professional record consisting of 12 wins, 2 defeats, 5 of his 12 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is Kristaps Bullmeisters.
Well, it's fight number 15 for the Latvian, coming off a win in September. We shouldn't take these Latvian light heavyweights coming over to the UK for granted. We've seen recently what Ralphs Vilkans did against Anthony Yard. Perhaps an unheralded opponent, but you just never know, Liam.
You can't predict boxing. It's like, I don't gamble, but if I could predict, I'd be having bets on, but I can't win one.
180.1 for Kristaps Bullmeisters.
Just making sure he gets his phone.
Now we will welcome to the scale from Nottingham, England, undefeated with 9 wins, 6 of his 9 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the current WBC International Light Heavyweight Champion, Ezra the Cannon Taylor.
Well, Ezra Taylor, it's fight number 10 for him. He has carried himself this week with so much confidence. I tell you, Liam, if Muscles won fights, he's your winner.
He's a big dude, isn't he? He's a big, tall dude, but he only
176.8 for Ezra the Cannon Taylor.
He's a big dude, as you say. Listen, he's in your weight division. When you look at someone like Ezra Taylor, what are you thinking? Obviously, this is only fight number 10 for him. You mentioned earlier.
Yeah. The guy's a late replacement. Ezra can only fight who's in front of him. It's about how he's going to get this guy out of there, and I think he should do it.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these 2 competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round international light heavyweight contest.
Well, Ezra Taylor's made it pretty clear this week. He said, I don't want to overlook my opponent, but I want Louis Hedmondson. He wants that fight. He wants those British and Commonwealth
titles. He's definitely overlooking him.
But it's dangerous, right? You can't overlook someone, surely.
Well, in my last fight, they already had Ben a fight in America, and I ripped the scripts up, so you can't look past anybody.
Ezra looks pretty cool, pretty composed, pretty focused though. He's very relaxed as well. Just off screen, before he actually approached the stage for his weigh-in, he was dancing, he was moving, he was having all sorts of fun.
He's enjoying himself, isn't he?
Our next 2 fighters to the scale competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round contest. It will be for the women's WBC Interim Super Lightweight Championship of the World. We will first welcome the challenger, coming to us from Malmö, Sweden. She brings a professional record of 17 wins, just 1 defeat, 4 wins coming by way of knockout. Let's welcome the former WBC and IBO Super Welterweight Champion of the World, Patricia Bergold.
Well, here is Patricia Bergold. Gets a few cheers from her team here. She's carried herself very well this week, very respectful at the press conference, but she is confident heading into this fight.
She's very tall as well, it's noticeable. Can't beat Cameron though, she's going to do a number on her.
Are you just saying that because she shares a surname with you, Liam?
Well, it might be, but I've got confidence in her. I've watched her fight for years. She's an animal.
138.2 for the challenger, Patricia Bergold. Now we will welcome to the scale the defending champion from Northamptonshire, England. Her professional record, 19 wins, just 1 defeat, 8 wins. Coming by way of knockout, here is the former unified world champion, and tomorrow night, the reigning and defending WBC interim super lightweight champion of the world, Chantelle Cameron.
Well, she is very simply one of the best fighters in the world today. Let's see if she's made weight.
139.7 for Chantelle Cameron.
No surprises there. Ever the professional Chantelle Cameron, of course, on weight to defend her WBC interim super lightweight title against the former world champion Patricia Bergold. And you've highlighted already, Liam, that you think Patricia's pretty tall. How does that affect the fight? What are you thinking?
Cameron's got to get in there and whip them left hooks at body. She's really good. She's really good to body. Yeah, she'll put it on her from round 1, I'm sure she will. That's her style.
Well, this is what we expect, and we mentioned at the top of the show now, this is her second fight in a new team, a new system, with Grant Smith, shares a gym with some great fighters like Liam Cameron, for example. She seems more settled, she seems more ready, she seems in a good place.
It's the second fight as well under Grant, and she's having back-to-back fights now. No messing about.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow night live on TNT Sports in a 10-round contest for the women's WBC interim super lightweight championship of the world.
Cracking fight this is. WBC Interim Super Lightweight Championship, Chantelle Cameron, Patricia Bergold, former world champion in Patricia Bergold, and former undisputed champion there in Chantelle Cameron. She believes that all of those belts currently held by Katie Taylor should be with her. She wants those belts back. She can't slip up on Saturday night against Patricia Bergold, who's come here confident and come here ready to fight. Any read from that face-to-face there?
No, she's just like that. She's so down to earth. She's not going to never disrespect her opponents, and yeah, but she'll still come in and try to set this girl's head off, and that's what I believe she will do.
Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night it will be the battle of the undefeated. Our main event tomorrow live on TNT Sports. 12 rounds scheduled for the IBO Super-Bantamweight Championship of the World. Brought to you by Frank Warren on behalf of Queensberry Promotions in association with Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing. Let's now welcome the participants, beginning with the challenger. Hailing from Stoke-on-Trent, Staffordshire, England, undefeated with 13 wins, 4 wins coming by way of knockout. Let's welcome the undefeated Shabaz the Maverick Masoud.
Well, it's fight number 14 for the Maverick, unbeaten so far, believes that this is his time. By far the toughest test of his career against Liam Davies, but he believes that he is ready. He has sounded confident. Let's have a look.
121.9 for the challenger, Shabaz the Maverick Masoud. And now we will welcome the defending champion, hailing from Telford, Shropshire, England, undefeated with 16 wins, 8 of his 16 wins coming by way of knockout. Let's welcome the reigning and defending IBO Super-Bantamweight World Champion, Liam Dangerous Davies.
Well, a great ovation here for Liam Dangerous Davies, one of the emerging stars in British boxing. Let's have a look.
121.6 for the defending champion, Liam Dangerous Davies.
Well, Liam, they've both made weight. What are you reading? I'll tell you, when they're getting down to these low weights, you can see it in their faces, right?
I think it's going to eat up, you know. As soon as these two look at each other, it's going to proper eat up. They both want it. They both got bragging rights, and it's going to be a proper good fight.
Yeah, Liam Davies, as you expect, is fired up.
This, our main event tomorrow night, live on TNT Sports. 12 rounds scheduled for the IBO Super-Bantamweight Championship of the World. Brought to you by Frank Warren on behalf of Queensberry Promotions in association with Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing. It is the challenger, Shabaz the Maverick Masoud, going against the defending champion, Liam Dangerous Davies.
I'm looking forward to this face-off. Let's have a look at this, Liam.
Oh, it started. Will we get a shove?
This is everything I expected it to be.
Oh,
this will be the
got an
final time.
handshake.
But we have got a handshake here between Liam Davies and Shabaz Masoud. But they are holding on.
Bit of a push and a pull, isn't it?
He didn't quite let him go, but there's a knowing glare from Liam Davies. Shabaz Masoud exits the stage. Plenty of fans in here for both fighters. What do you make of that? Well, that was very, very interesting indeed. And we're going to be joined very shortly by various fighters involved, as I just get a little nudge from Ben Davison off stage there as well. Big night for Ben, big night for the team, and well, look at this. Look at this. What do we have here? Ezra, first thing, how you feeling up there? How you feeling about your Latvian opponent? I know you don't care where he's from, but you said that yesterday. I don't care where he's from. What are you thinking?
Yo, he's an opponent, man. Like I say, he's just another body, man. I respect him because he accepted the fight. Because without him, who knows, man, I may not have been here. So I'm grateful, I'm happy, I'm excited, I'm ready to just do the business tomorrow, man.
Are you low-key overlooking him?
Nah, man, you can't overlook any opponent. But I'm a bit taller than him, so like naturally I'm probably just doing it a little bit.
What's
but
Louis Edmondson?
yeah,
So
that's you see, Liam knows, man, that's what I want. But you know, Saturday I'm gonna do the business, but then we're gonna get the British title and we're gonna get the Commonwealth title. And who knows, man, we may even see, you know what I'm saying, me and him in the ring.
Boys,
for the marbles.
Let's talk about it.
But today I'm here to support him, and tomorrow I hope he does well.
Thank you.
Wish him for the best for his future. And yeah, if we fight, innit?
Listen, if you fight, innit? But also, it's a fight between a cannon and a cannonball. That's pretty cool, right?
We'll fight for the name.
I were here first though at name, weren't I?
Oh, mate, well, boy, I'm the up and coming, man, so we're going to have to sort that out. But you know what is, I've got massive respect for Liam, man.
Thank you.
What he did for
Appreciate
in Saudi, I always keep saying on all interviews, man, this is someone that you need to get behind. But when we're fighting, you got to get behind me, just putting it out there.
Do you want to show him your picture that you brought?
We're looking for someone, if anyone's seen him.
Who's that guy?
Do you know him?
Well, I don't, he's not even on my radar, that one. I don't even know who that is, but yeah. If he's fighting, let me know.
What is it on GTA when it says waist?
Waist.
Oh, goodness me. Ezra, give us your kind of prediction for tomorrow. It's a big night for you. It's fight number 10, third 10-rounder for you. You've got to do a job, right?
I've got to do a job, man. I've been putting in work, and I expect a destruction job. I can't lie to you. What I've been doing in the gym is phenomenal. So now I'm just excited to just go and show it on Saturday. This is the easy part, as you all know. Training camp is mad. But now we're here. I'm excited. I'm refueled. I'm ready. I'm rested. And I'm going to put them 10 ounces on and just draw blood, man. Just do damage. And I can't wait for it.
Ooh. Do you rate Ezra?
Yeah, 100%. He's had 9-10 fights. He's really good.
Thank you.
You can't say he's not. He's got WBC. He's at international. He's going to go all the way, I'm telling you, honestly.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
And maybe we'll see it one day, eh? Ezra, I'll let you go, my friend.
Thank you.
Thank
Take
you
care.
very much.
Take care, yeah?
Let's just have a final kind of chat about what we've seen then, Liam. That was interesting up there, you know, with the little handshake, the drawing, the not quite letting go of the handshake, plenty of fan interaction. That was exciting.
Do you know what it is? Do you know when you're just that, not drained making weight, just that tired of not having as much food as you want? They couldn't be bothered to argue up there. They're waiting for the ring, and that showed today that they're just fed up of talking. They want to get it on.
It literally, in every interaction that they've had for months building up to this fight, Shabaz Masoud has always said, the talking's done, the talking's done. It hasn't been done, there's been a lot of talking, but now the talking is done. How do you actually expect the fight to play out?
I think the mover is Shabaz, in it, and he's gonna move and pick away. But it's when Liam Davies comes and slows the fight down, then I think we're gonna see a war, you know, when Shabaz's feet start holding and he's getting to him. It's gonna be a good fight. After 6 rounds, it's gonna be an entertaining fight.
And what's your plan right now? What are we thinking? When do you think we're going to see you again? Have there been discussions? I know you want the rematch.
No, I'd like to meet Frank Warren, to be fair, shake his hand. I had 5 fights in 1 year, so I've had a bit of a break for about 3 weeks off gym, and that's very rare for me. So yeah, back in gym Monday, and we'll see where it goes.
Okay, listen, there may be a future for you in punditry. I think you've done very well.
I've done well?
I think you've done really well. Giving me that insight. You've looked good. I know you say you don't like how you look. I think you've looked good, mate.
Oh, cheers, mate.
Yeah, well done. Well done today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
And thank you for joining us. That's our weigh-in process complete. And now, as Shabaz Masoud's been saying, all that's left to do is fight. The talking is definitely done. Liam Davies, Shabaz Masoud, 2 unbeaten super-bantamweights, the IBO world title. Plenty of needle, plenty of heat in this one. We'll be live on the Queensberry YouTube from 5:30 tomorrow, and then 7 o'clock on TNT Sports. Such a brilliant card, such a brilliant fight. Do not miss this.